Let's now go to this. Police in Johannesburg have seized goods worth millions through a joint operation between the National Counterfeit Goods Unit, Public Order Policing and the South African Revenue Service, among others. Now, the operation has carried out some of the shopping complexes in the city's CBD. To tell us more, I'm now joined by the spokesperson of the police, Lieutenant-Colonel Amanda Van Wyk. Lieutenant-Colonel, thank you so much for your time and for joining us this evening. So you have seized fake goods to the value of about 3 million rands. What prompted this operation?
Well, a very good evening to you, and thank you for having me this evening. As you rightfully indicated, we have confiscated counterfeit goods worth more than 3 million rand yesterday during a takedown operation. This amounts to over 6,000 counterfeit items, which included counterfeit perfumes, clothing, bags, and also pharmaceuticals. Also, as you indicated, this was a multidisciplinary takedown operation. If I can just name more that formed part of this team is obviously our SAPS members from various specialized units, the Public Order Policing. We were also joined by the Gauteng Provincial Counterfeit Goods Unit. Also part of this takedown was the South African Health Products Regulatory Authority, SAPRA for short. They formed part and they assisted us in order to identify pharmaceuticals, medicines that are being sold at these shopping malls. It is quite shocking that you would know that consumers are buying products such as sexual arousal, medicines, and also skin whitening products. So our mandate is, as the South African Police Service, is clear that we need to protect the consumers of these products as well as legitimate businesses.
Lieutenant Colonel, just take us. Right. Just take us through if there were any arrests made with regards to these counterfeit goods.
Yes, we have arrested 2 suspects during yesterday's operation, but I also want to indicate yesterday's operation is not just a singular operation. The National Counterfeit Goods Unit was established in November last year, and since its establishment has gone from strength to strength. To date, we have seized more than 500 million rands worth of counterfeit goods. That amounts to more than 100,000 counterfeit items of various sort of items you would see at these operations. We see clothing, apparel, shoes, bags, as I also said, perfumes, and also health products, cosmetics, and so forth. Just this month alone, we had numerous takedown operations in different parts of the country. Earlier this month, we had an operation in KwaZulu-Natal where more than 37 million rands worth of counterfeit goods were seized. That very same day, the team in Gauteng also seized a large quantity of counterfeit perfumes and tobacco products. I also want to mention that our teams that are deployed in Limpopo province for Operation Vala Mgodi have also seized last month illicit tobacco products over 21 million rands worth. And then it's clearly an indication our members are on the ground. We are there clamping down on these activities in terms of the illicit trade in counterfeit goods.
Most certainly. So just going back, Lieutenant Colonel, with regards to the arrests that you've made, what charges are they facing?
So during these operations, we are arresting people for the contravention of the Counterfeit Goods Act, and some of these suspects are from different nationalities, and that is where our partners from the Department of Home Affairs are also playing an integral role in terms of determining the resident status of these suspects. So you would find that a lot of these suspects are also in our country undocumented. Then they are also charged for the contravention of the Immigration Act. We have also seen people that have been, being in possession of other illicit products where they will also be charged in that regard.
Do you find that there is an uptake with regards to the amount of counterfeit goods that are coming into the country? And where would you say are the loopholes in terms of where they're at the entry points?
It would seem that there is now a prevalence in terms of the stolen counterfeit goods, but it's been long since a challenge in majority of our cities. It's actually an international phenomenon. It is just that because of the more media exposure that it comes to the forefront. But because of our intensified police actions, as now you could see the establishment of the National Counterfeit Goods, that it is more in the media space, more awareness is being created. Is there, and this is how we will also address these activities more and more with a collaborative effort through our different stakeholders.
And what are the implications of counterfeit goods, especially on public safety?
So you would see these counterfeit items compared to the original products are not tested rigorously. In fact, they are not tested. So they pose a health and safety risk. Just to give an illustrative example, that if you were to take a toothbrush, an original toothbrush compared to a counterfeit toothbrush, on closer inspection, you would see the difference in the quality. Now, if a consumer uses this particular product for example, over a period of months, you could see health risks imposed on this person. So we are advising our community members out there to be vigilant. I know that these products are, compared to the original products, are more cost efficient, but it also bears health and safety risks.
It most certainly does. So what long-term solutions does the police envision to effectively tackle the issue of counterfeit goods and just the illegal trade associated with them?
Long-term, like I said, we are working alongside our different stakeholders, internal and external stakeholders. At these operations, we are also working along with the South African Revenue Services Customs. They assist us in determining the legitimacy of these businesses, and if they are not registered legitimately, then these officials are assisting the shop owners to have their businesses registered in the correct manner. And also, we are creating awareness. We are creating awareness amongst our community members. So that should have a long-term effect in terms of addressing the illicit trade in counterfeit goods and also the consumers thereof.
And I mean, speaking of those consumers, they play a very big part in this industry thriving. What final message would you have to convey to the public regarding the fight against counterfeit goods and the importance of reporting illegal activities?
Our advice is, if something is too good to be true, then it certainly is. Think twice before you buy these products from those that are selling the counterfeit items. And just report criminal activities. If you are aware of a shop or an individual that is in the process of trading, distributing, or manufacturing these counterfeit items, come forward and report it to the police. There are different platforms. You are able to also report it through our different portals like the My SAPS, which you can use anonymously. And you can also make a phone call to our Crime Stop 08600 10111.
All right, Lieutenant-Colonel Amanda Van Wyk, thank you so much for your time and for your continued hard work in clamping down on counterfeit goods.